Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of the Augusta Lifestyle. I'm one of your hosts, Jaylan, and my co-host today is
Avion. Hi.
In honor of Women's History Month, we thought it would be a fun to do an episode just for the girls. So we are excited to have two of our classmates, Simone and Brionna, join us today.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
So this episode, we just want to discuss what life is like as a girl on a college campus. So it's all about your personal experience, what you've been through. It can be funny, serious, however you want to tell it, okay?
It's your story.
We're all in our early 20s, so, but like, we're all going to have different experiences. So I think that's going to be like good to see. So we'll start off. What has college been like for you both?
Bree, do you need a second to think?
You go ahead.
I guess, okay, I guess college, like, as a total, if I had to sum it up in one word, it was, I can't even sum it up in one word. It's going to have to be a phrase.
Let's go.
Okay, go with a phrase.
Yeah. Confusing, ecstatic, and blah, 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 blah.
It's relatable.
Okay. Yeah.
So I remember first getting on campus. This comes into the confusing aspect because I grew up in Rich Springs, South Carolina. So for anyone who doesn't know where that is, that's if you know where Aiken, South Carolina is.
It's in the sticks. I know where it is.
Yeah, it's in the sticks.
Yeah, I lose
Like,
service every
sticks,
time I go there.
like-
Yeah.
So back there, boonies.
Monetta.
Rich Spring Monetta High, y'all. Whoa. And so I've always grown up in very small environments. I'm a very small backwoods, backtown sticks girl. I'm a sticks girl.
Oh, yeah.
So the first college, I'm Augusta transfer. I went to USC Columbia first.
Oh,
I don't know why I thought like going from somewhere like where on a good day I saw a peacock outside. Y'all,
that would be so fun.
Our neighbors had peacocks. My cousin, because we lived also in a family community, my cousin had a chicken that I would play with. His name was Zazu. He got eaten by a coyote, but that's
Rest in peace.
It's not funny. I'm not laughing.
That was not what I was expecting you to
Neither
say.
here
I
nor
didn't think that was where it was going.
And I went over to USC Columbia because I was like, I'm ready. I want to get out of being in this small town. And it was not a horrible experience, but I realized that there was so much about life that just scared me on college. Specifically, I got to meet fraternities for the first time. And I'm not going to speak too much on
That's
fraternities
interesting,
because
isn't
they're
it?
very territorial and very like go-getter.
Don't name drop
But
them.
I'm not. But I will say that I got to experience my first stroll from a specific.
Are you talking about the Q dogs? Oh.
Yeah, I got to experience a Q-Dog stroll for like the first time. And not only was I confused, I was terrified.
Oh, they're scary.
I was terrified.
They're scary.
But at the same time, amidst it being terrifying, the ecstatic part comes in because like I'm in a new place. I get to go out.
exciting.
Yeah.
And I grew up like super sheltered. So being able to be like, oh, I'm gonna go out, and this is me thinking like, oh, Simone, you're such a bad girl. I'm staying up till like 11 p.m. Like, yeah, I stayed up late last night. Like,
I like it.
scandalous.
Rebellious.
And just blah, 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 because that's the word, blah, 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 is because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I still don't know what I'm doing.
No.
Every time I register for classes, which it's my last semester, but every time I register for classes, I remember I would look at some of like the class names. Like, for instance, like one of them for Augusta was like, I think it's integration for strategic comms or interest.
Oh, yeah, I'm in that one right now.
Y'all, I remember I looked at the word, I was like, integration. Integration.
I would have to Google that.
Question mark. Integration strategic comps. What?
Integration.
And I just felt like, dang, did I just waste almost $20,000 to know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
But college is something.
Bree, what was your experience?
I can't think of 3 words, but it's definitely a growth experience for me. I've grown up in Augusta all my life, went to local schools, graduated from Evans High, and I mean, graduated 2020 like I think most of us did. So that was like pandemic straight into it. And so I spent like all of freshman year and then half of sophomore year online. And I was like, this sucks.
Real sucky.
No, it was
Sucks.
awful.
And I would say that I'm not as shy as I was in high school and not even 2 years ago.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So, good for you.
Yeah. Being here helped me grow in my professional career and my self.
It's so funny you mentioned being shy, because I feel like college also, like if you're coming in like a very shy, typically shy girl, I feel like, not all, because I've met some people who haven't changed much or don't seem like they've changed much, but then again, they're also younger.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like for most women, once like if you're shy coming into college, by the end
you're gonna
senior
be
year, you're gonna be someone maybe not entirely different,
But you're different for sure.
so I know it's still uncomfortable sometimes, but you would not be able to get this much information out of me maybe like 3 years ago.
Right.
Now I'm just
Now
like,
you just keep talking.
And did either one of you guys live in dorms by any chance?
No.
I did while I was at USC Columbia.
Okay.
And I was lucky enough to have an apartment style dorm.
Okay.
But granted, it was on the oldest building on the campus.
Of
So Maxi. So we didn't have elevators. And I'm the type of person that sometimes I don't want to exercise. So in order to be smart, right, and force myself to exercise, I would put my floor, like I would assign my floor to the one on the like tippy toppiest, third tippy toppiest,
Very top.
so the third floor, and they didn't have elevators because it was the oldest on the oldest building on the campus. Y'all, I can't talk. I talk too fast. And they never renovated it. So I would be forced to take the stairs every time. Now, was moving in and moving out actually
Awful?
yes.
Literally awful.
Most definitely.
Oh my gosh.
I remember once I got COVID, didn't know at the time.
Dang.
And trying to I was wheezing going up and down the stairs.
I'd be wheezing going up and down these
now.
stairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
With no COVID, I do
There's
that.
an alcohol will get you.
I don't know. So I feel like, do you guys have the experience where different staircases maybe make you wheeze and so so if
Yes.
I take the ones in front of All Good, the ones right next to the Subway shop,
Yeah.
those I feel like my heart is beating out my chest.
I get my knees. I feel my knees.
Yes.
Legs start burning. I'm like,
But if I take the ones that are on the other side, I don't feel that.
I've never taken them.
It's weird because the first flight of stairs on All Good Hall used to take me out. I would be winded.
yeah.
But now I don't. And I'm like,
Okay.
you're getting stronger.
Gross.
Okay, cardio. She said I'm going to be able to bench
I haven't even
260 by
done
the end of the
anything.
year.
I guess I'm still a big bat because I still cannot make it up them stairs. I cannot.
the
only-
University Hall stairs took me out, though. I'm like,
yeah.
they're
University,
odd.
you can't. I don't know. There's an aura in University Hall. I don't know what it is, but there's an aura that's just
I
don't
feel
know.
rushed sometimes. People are coming up behind me. I have to speed up.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Awful.
I remember I once hurt my knee. I don't know what I did to it because when I did X-rays, they said everything was fine, but Hi guys, my name is Simone, and when people are talking about, oh, what are your pet peeves, and people are like slow walkers, I have to look away because
That's you?
I slow walk.
I not only am I a slow walk, but I can guarantee I also hate you because why are you riding my
I'm a speed walker. That's me.
Really?
That's me.
How do you
I can't.
tailgate while walking?
I don't. I usually shove around everybody.
Okay.
Dang, we beefing?
Beef.
Yeah, like if you've ever like experienced like a Ram truck on like the highway and they're right up on you, and sometimes they're flashing their lights. That's how I feel with speed walkers because I feel like they try to intimidate you. Like
They do, like right on your heels. And
Yeah.
I have to grab I have to grab the railing. I'm like elderly or something. And so I'm taking my time, making sure I don't fall. And then there's somebody breathing on my neck. Like
It's me.
It's literally
It's me.
Jaylan. It's her. Every time, like, if she's walking in front of me, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I'm coming.
I'm like looking back, trying to talk to her. Okay. What is something that you just cannot believe you experienced on campus? Like crazy, like it sticks in your mind, first thing that like pops up. Bree, would you like to go first?
if you need a second to think about
The
it.
only thing that I could think about, because I mean, everything's been pretty tame. I mean, it's a smaller. This is not a small town. Let me stop lying. This is a
I mean, it's smaller than
small.
some. Yeah.
mid-sized town, but smaller campus. So like, nothing really that much happens in my career, thankfully.
I haven't experienced anything crazy either, so.
Not physically on campus, no.
Yeah, no. But I guess just going back to my growth, like I'm the co-president of the Media Production Club.
Okay.
You go, girl.
Co-president.
That's my president, y'all.
Okay.
And if you would have told me, hey, you're going to be in leadership of a club when I was in high school, I'd be like, you're a fat liar.
You're lying to me.
No.
Look at you go. That's so exciting. Good for you.
Growth.
Simone, I know you're dying to tell us this story.
I feel like, okay, guys, so this is the tea segment.
Okay.
I love a good tea segment.
Okay, so earlier in March, I was actually walking to
Wait,
this
do
class.
I know about this?
Yes, this was what I was
I
joking
know,
about.
I know
I'm a trope in
exactly
class.
what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
So I was actually on the way to this class, and it was earlier because this was like right when we got in the animation lab. This happened the day that we first
Okay.
transferred over to the animation lab.
Rest in peace. We're not there anymore.
They hated
in
us,
peace.
so
They actually
we've
did hate us.
they
Literally,
literally hated us.
oh, most definitely. Like I could feel the animosity. And I was like,
It's like
but I thought we were all
tension.
creatives. I thought we all loved each other.
Y'all's drawings are nice. So.
Yeah,
They were
what they were doing.
beautiful. So I was on my way actually to this class, and I hear this guy like running up behind me, and I have this thing where like, first off, I'm very wary of men like in general.
Yeah, retweet.
But like when you're running, I have like this mental thing like I also have to run. So, but I'm fighting. I'm fighting. So he goes, "Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Oh,
No.
hey." But for some reason, I thought I was cute that day. Had myself like
Okay.
some
Probably
like
were
some
cute that
Black
day.
Michael Kors, like the blue shirt and like black like crop jacket. So I'm
Okay.
thinking I'm cute. I'm like, I'm feeling confident. So I'm like, yeah, how can I help you? I was like,
Let me get this flirting going.
What can I do for you? For this story, we're going to call him John. All right.
Basic name.
Sorry,
Got
all
it.
the Johns
yeah.
out there.
Sorry, John. I hope we don't have any Johns in our class.
I don't think we do.
So he goes, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm, I just transferred to campus. I'm new here. Can you tell me like where the health sciences building is? I'm like, baby, you on the wrong campus.
Right. You need to get in your
Somerville.
car.
Maybe this is Somerville. He's like, oh, okay, all right. Well, can you tell me where the it was like, what did he say? Like cybersecurity or computer science?
Oh, that's on this
Yeah, that's
campus.
here.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's here. If you go into university, I think they have like a little thing. But as far as health sciences go, that's another campus. So he then goes, he's like, all right. Can I ask you another question? I was like, yeah, what's up? So he goes, when's spring break? I'm like,
Okay, when spring break is.
I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, spring pause is coming up, but spring break isn't till like Masters Week and da-da-da-da-da. So we're talking, going back and forth chatting. Now, mind y'all, my other class ends at 12:50. I only have a 10-minute window to get to this class.
You're rushing.
But I'm rushing. So, but I'm not gonna lie, he was a handsome man. So I'm like,
I'm gonna be nice.
So I'm gonna be nice. I want to know what's going on. So eventually he's like, okay, thank you so much for helping me. And he's like, are you doing anything next weekend? I'm like,
He was bold with it.
he
I
was
like
bold.
it. I like it.
He was bold. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing anything next weekend. So fast forward, we scheduled the date. I get sick, so we rescheduled. He never reached back out to me.
No.
Stop. I'm already like,
I hope he
why
listens
would you?
to this.
I
punch him
look,
for you.
This is a shout out. Also, if you have never been into a relationship like in college at this point, like it's very much okay. Like I didn't get into my first serious relationship until I was in college. So it's okay. Like having like later life experiences.
You're fine. You're not dead.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that like not everyone has the same like dating experiences, because our next question is, any advice? Anything you want to share? Like any fails or lessons you've learned?
Jaylan, I think we can share on this one too.
I would love for you guys to share.
Let me tell you, Tinder sucks. Tinder sucks.
I refuse to do dating apps.
No, sometimes I'll be in class and I just swipe because I'm bored. I'm like, sorry.
Actually,
Whoever's class
Curry.
whoever's class I'm doing that in. So
I
sorry.
actually want to say, like, I met a guy at the grocery store the other day. We've been hitting it off. It was
You
so
have
cute.
those like the
That's so cute though.
Like the suburban mom.
I was in my grocery shopping bag at Aldi. If you're a college student, go to Aldi. They got
Aldi's
the
has really good
hook
prices.
up. Okay, cool.
Okay, great. Always bring a
Not
quarter though,
sponsored.
because you will need a quarter.
Maybe
to
you'll meet a
get-
guy.
Or you're going to meet a man that's going to
Well,
give you that quarter.
That's why I was so excited when he approached. I was like, am I about to have like a college campus love story, guys?
Is this my happily ever after?
It was not.
Yeah.
I was sorely
Yeah, still
disappointed.
looking for it.
Actually,
actually.
I don't prefer guys in college. I don't think so anymore. I
Older
want
guys
older.
for the win. For
Oh,
sure.
100%.
I can't get into that. But like I was saying, I'm sorry. That was just so funny. I didn't get into like my first serious relationship until like junior year.
Oh,
Junior year.
okay.
Junior year.
Yeah.
And I say junior year because even though it sounds like it was a year ago, I was a junior. Okay, that's point blank period. Like either late sophomore, early junior.
Yeah.
And we got to know each other for like a week-ish.
Okay.
Weekish, 2 weekish. 2 weekish.
2 weeks.
And then we started dating. And it wasn't a bad relationship. Like we just broke up in like January, like, and it was a mutual agreement. Something that I would like really like stress is make sure you're friends with the person first.
Yes.
Because if you cannot consider them your best friend, then I don't feel like it's going to work long term.
Yeah.
No.
And a lot of times with that too, like you jump so far into, oh my gosh, that's my man. And then like,
My man will hurt to my heart.
yeah,
Please,
months
y'all
go
don't
past,
do it.
and then like you don't even like the person's character because you didn't even get time to like you didn't even know that this person
Yeah.
litters or this person like slaps their mom. You like you just like I'm just that never happened.
What happened?
That never
What
happened. Oh my gosh, nobody slapped their mom. I would never date a mom slapper. I'm just saying like you don't see these bad traits until you
And
got
it's
your heart
college.
involved.
I haven't had
Yeah.
a serious relationship since high school.
Yeah.
But it's
And ask questions, y'all. Don't
It's
be
college. Have
afraid
fun.
to ask questions.
You gotta ask them questions.
You gotta ask, like, so for me, it was a mutual breakup because we found out that we disagreed on religion, which wasn't like a big thing, but as we got more serious and we're looking at
Became
longer
bigger.
That's your
term,
core value. It was at that point.
so make sure you know your core values. And even though those core values change, make sure you're asking those questions that if they don't line up right now, don't waste your time and bank on maybe they'll change later on.
And then,
for men and women.
Another
Don't-
thing, like, ask about that STD status.
Oh, for sure. Be
Make
safe.
sure.
You can have fun.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
And ask, though, because sometimes if you don't ask, they're not going to tell you anything. So you got to ask those questions, and, it just is what it is. What about you,
Bree, anything to tell us?
in silence?
She's taking it all in.
But it's okay.
Well,
Everyone
I
has their
have-
own experiences.
Yeah.
I have no experience.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That is
That's
lived
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
I would rather you I say this like I'm your
I'm
mom.
just sitting here listening to everybody, and I'm like, yes, I've never had a boyfriend.
It's-
No, that is okay.
That's okay.
You want choose right, like choose quality over quantity.
For sure,
every
every
time.
Every time.
So don't go jumping into relationships.
actually, a guy did approach me
Ooh,
in high school.
Okay.
But I was like, hey, I don't know you that well. Let's be friends. And then the pandemic hit.
So you're like,
oh,
so I guess we can't be friends.
So I'm like, dang,
Okay.
that's crazy.
Last thing we want to ask you. I mean, you're both graduating. Congrats.
Yay.
Be so excited.
Congratulations. You're graduating. You're graduating also.
No, in the fall. How many times do I have to tell you that?
We need to get in therapy after this, obviously.
But, okay, so you're going to be working women, obviously. So you balance school now. I'm assuming you had jobs while you're doing school and a social life. Like, how was that?
Bree, I'm gonna let you take this one over first because I need a moment to think about this.
Well, I'm still currently working on the balancing act. I am pretty busy. I work at the lab, and then I work at my church. And then I'm also doing an internship at Channel 6. Full-time
Okay,
student.
girl.
You're booked and busy.
You got time for nothing
Okay,
else.
excellent. Okay.
So usually in terms of self-care, quote unquote, I'm like, what?
Just keep talking.
Yeah.
Ignore her.
She said self-care. What's that?
Don't
I ain't
know.
never heard of
A
that
bag
one.
of chips.
From the dollar store at that. It's $125. Can't even
even
get
afford
a drink.
Just broke.
In terms of self-care, I usually push myself more to the side because, I'm helping other people and also trying to better myself in my career. So I am a gamer. I love video games. And it's like, I want to play a game, but also I have this thing that's due tomorrow. and I
But
need
it's
to
due
do it.
tomorrow, so you can play the game that night.
Right. Prioritize.
Usually, I pick doing schoolwork or doing other things before myself. So that's something I have to work on. I don't know how
as
long
long
it's
as
going
you're
to take.
self-aware. I mean, you're going to have a good job after school with
Yeah,
all the
better.
dedication you
Yeah.
have. So
It's going to pay off.
It's definitely
seen
gonna pay
her
off.
resume, y'all, and when I say I'm like, if I don't know people who've gotten straight out of college and had more experience.
Yeah.
Like when I say if you could eat words, I'd have a 3-course meal with her resume.
Okay, you
so
go.
she's
Good
doing her
job.
thing.
Round of
She's doing her thing.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
Simone, any advice on how to balance it all for anybody? Any girls coming into campus?
See, I give bad advice. I give good advice,
Oh,
but I
God.
give bad
You don't
advice.
really.
I give good advice in the sense that it's real, but I give bad advice in the sense that don't do what I do, because I'm gonna choose myself every time.
Yeah.
You know what?
You have to
As
choose
you-
yourself.
Sometimes you need to.
So I balance it out with other habits. So like right now, I know that I'm at the point in my school career where once it hits after 3 p.m. and that last class is over, my brain, it's not even fried, but I don't want to do school. I don't
Yeah.
want
I
to
wanna go
do
take a
anything.
nap.
I want to be cute. I just want to be a girl, right? I just want to go watch YouTube.
I'm just a girl, okay?
And I want to watch YouTube. I want to watch my gaming. I want to go play Fall Guys. I want to just do
We need to play
like-
Fall Guys.
Yes,
actually.
we do.
Do you want to play tonight?
We gonna get together afterwards.
Guys, you're short on time.
So,
It's okay.
But I balance that out with now I wake up at 6 a.m. and I get some of my work done like
In the
after
morning.
I'm sorry, what?
I wake up at 6:30.
I do that. That's how I balance it out.
I'm sorry, what?
So in the afternoon I choose myself. In the morning I choose work. So that's how I balance it out. So that's
Y'all are better than me.
I
if you
guess I'm a
choose
trash
unhealthy habits,
student,
choose a
man.
healthy habit to
Y'all are
balance it
better
out.
than me.
Only time I'm waking up that early is to go to work. And then for school, I wake up. I have to be here at 10 a.m. I get up at 9 a.m.
I wake
be
up
me.
that early to go work out, and then when I get home, I do
yeah, you do
schoolwork.
work out also.
Yep, Orange Theory. Shout out to them. Love them.
I have to get up like 2 hours before I have to go anywhere because
Takes you
I'm
a
not a
minute.
morning person.
Me either.
At all.
I just like stare into the abyss for some.
Or I'm like, hey, I'll just put this on snooze, and then I fall back
5 times.
into a deep sleep.
every time. Every time. What about you, Jaylan? How are you balancing?
Me? Well, every now and then I go out on the weekends. Actually, every weekend in March, I've gone back home or into Jacksonville. This weekend, I'm going to Charleston for an event. So that's my me time. I like to take a nap. That is literally how I have to balance school, work. I need a nap in between or I actually won't function.
Yeah.
So that's my prioritized moment. What about you?
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, please don't listen to anything I have to say. But I work better under pressure. So sometimes I will
too.
procrastinate until like the last hour, and then I'm on
Yes.
my computer like.
It's due
and then
at
it comes
11:59. I do it at 5
Yeah.
p.m. and I work on it until 11:59.
Exactly. Yeah, and I just feel
My
like
best work for sure.
I have to do that sometimes because when you're working and then you're in school and then you're trying to have a social life and then you're trying to get a man, like there's no like.
There's no rest for
There's
a woman.
no rest
going on.
I'm like literally just a girl.
I'm
Like,
just a girl, okay?
yeah.
I don't have. I need more hours in the day. For
no,
sure.
Truly, at least
seriously.
36.
Yeah. So
48.
Film challenge.
Thank you guys for coming on to talk to us about being a girl on campus. So you guys have a podcast. Please shout yourself out.
Okay, guys. We are me and Bree. We're part of the How You Been group and Calm 33. I think it's 40, y'all.
Yeah, with Kayshawn King and Dean Gossett Jr.
And we're all amazing people. Please check out our podcast. We talk about alumni and life after graduation. So kind of lifestyle, but not really. Come check us out, guys, please.
Well, thank you for listening to today's episode of the Augusta Lifestyle. This episode of the Augusta Lifestyle is produced by Chapman Murphey and edited by Olivia Orzenski. The Augusta Lifestyle is a part of the Comcats podcast network at Augusta University. The ideas and opinions expressed during this podcast are those of students enrolled in COM 3340 podcasting and audio production and do not reflect those at Augusta University.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.